Alright guys, this is the last episode from this specific student. It's episode 5 I think, I'm not super sure. But yeah, it's almost midnight, so please give it a thumbs up for all the hard work that your guy is putting for you. Again, most of the viewers of this channel are not subscribers, so please make sure you fix that, destroy the like button, enjoy the content.
Yeah.
Because even small situations, see, nice bet on the turn, good. Even small situations can lead to a discussion of, oh, you have a knowledge gap here in this concept, which is 5 minutes explanation. 8-6 suited. There you go. Did you notice what bet size did the button is using?
Yeah, risk 12.
Yep. That just caught my eye. So he knows. You just have to pay attention to those things. A regular dumbass fish will use, the standard 3 from the button. I'm not saying that regulars don't use it, but if you notice somebody to raise 12, that means he manually went and typed it. You know what I mean? Or he made a special button. I don't know if you can modify the buttons. So that should tell you something, right? That person went and manually typed that. That should be not a definitive fact that this guy is a pro player, but it should be a hint that this guy is not a random fish more often than not. Okay, and I'd like you to pay attention to things like that. There's subtle little cues. You see a guy with $5 flat, doesn't always mean that he has auto top up, but if that guy raises 12 cents from the button and he has $5 flat, most likely, I mean, maybe he just sat on the table with $5, but most fish don't sit up with 100 big blinds. They don't have the auto top up, and they don't generally raise 12 cents specifically. So those three come into play, and you're like, huh, maybe I should be more careful with this guy. Maybe I can 3-bet him with the bluff because maybe he knows more. But, you know what I mean? Those little subtle things say a lot and go a long way. That's all about this hand that I want to say. There's nothing else in the situation terms. You said we have to keep betting at the pocket sevens we're looking at. Well, let's see the hand from the beginning. There's one limper. Second limper, we bet. I mean, no, that's not a limper. He isolates, not enough. And he has a shorter stack. He has a shorter stack. I don't mind you freaking going 50 cents here and trying to go all in with both of them. You know what I mean? It's high variance play, but if you flop a set, you're not gonna make enough money. Because most of the time, what's gonna happen? He's gonna bet you're gonna fold, or he's gonna bet you're gonna fold. And so far, more often than not, you're holding the best hand. Your versus over cards again, more often than not. Then you're saying here, you said we have to keep betting, but tell me why that is. Also, I don't like your bet size.
In his range, I definitely can see, but I don't think I should be folding. Yeah.
What are you saying? Hold on. You don't hear it, but I hear it. Hold on one second.
I don't expect any kings in his range.
Oh, you don't see kings in his range. Why? King, queen, king 10, king 9, king 8. Why not?
I don't think I should be folding.
Maybe not pocket kings. Okay, you saying?
Yeah. So yeah, I call here because I don't want to. I don't think we should fold middle pair.
Sure. What do we do? If you bet on the turn, then you gotta fold the middle pair. But that's why you solve the problem pre-flop. Just raise pre and stack it off. It's maybe he's gonna go all in. He's gonna fold. Even better. You stack enough versus 25 big blinds. Most likely you're ahead. Now here, when he checks, you bet 50 cents. Hold on. Let's see what you bet.
So that he doesn't.
So you bet 49 cents. Now, if you want him to fold, I highly suggest you bet round numbers. $1, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents. If you want a call, you need to make the number appear smaller than it is. 49, 39, 29, 19, 99 cents if you want to call. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
If you go to a store, you don't see a $100 price, right?
No.
Everything is $99.99, and there's a reason for that. So here you kind of want him to define his range and you want him to kind of fold with, I mean, you're not really betting for a bluff. I don't know why you're betting here, honestly. Are you betting for a bluff or for value?
Value.
So he's gonna call you
Is
with a
that-
weaker hand.
I think
Exactly. You know what I mean?
no.
Like we
Yeah,
don't.
so yeah, I guess if you think about it more, if I think about it more, it's more of like a bluff, like, but just for maybe like I don't know what hands I would bet the flop that would check the turn.
I mean, if we really want to come up with a reason, we can think and come up with a reason that we bet for protection. We can suck the reason out of our asses, right? I mean, there's always a
Yeah.
reason. Oh, I think he has sixes. Well, fuck, if he doesn't have sixes, he's gonna come with ace high with a good shot. Well, we can always come up with a reason. But if you want a better protection bet versus like flush draw, for example, bet a smaller bet. Don't like if he ships it here. You're in put 50 cents. Like bet some like half pot is 44. Bet 38 or bet 35 cents for protection and make him call with a flush draw. And if he gets the flush draw and he leads on the river, you fold. If he gets the flush draw and he checks on the river, you check back. So bet 35 cents here, a smaller bet for protection. And if he calls, he's gonna call you with the king as well. So if he calls you and he beats you, you risk less money. If he calls you and he's on a draw, I mean, you still getting that. You're not betting river anyways. Whatever river comes, you're checking back. So here, if he calls, it's more. It's 15 cents more. That's seven and a half big. Not seven. I'm sorry. That's 3 big blinds more. So every time you lose this hand, you lose 3 more big blinds per 100. So use a smaller sizing. That's a bigger sizing than I want to see.
Okay.
Here, what you say? King 2, it's a fold. Yeah, you say King 2 is a fold, and I wrote it's not. Why it is a fold?
Doesn't.
Yeah, we
say,
could-
say about one.
Not about safe.
You got a king high blocker. Okay, you got a blocker for the king. If everybody else folds, you can open.
Right. Yeah, we could try squeezing, right?
Squeezing.
I'm not squeezing. Sorry, we can try stealing the blind.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All the aces, all the kings. I even open decent queens because of the queen is a good high card. You know, when we're small versus big blind. So it's not an out of fault. There is a money to be made with that hand. King queen coming in soon. King queen. Where is it? Where is it? There you go. We're gonna raise to 20 cents here, is what you say. My question is, as usual, why?
Working. I raised 20 here.
That's all you say. I raised 20 here. Why? We raised 15 before because we have a better hand. That's the reason.
I'm not too.
I'm telling you, that's the reason. So, do you see how that might be a problem? I mean, here they're not going to be targeting you. They're not going to target you because it's an anonymous table, so you can do that. But at least explain to me, hey, because here no one knows who you are. So when I'm stealing, I steal for 10 and 12 cents. When I have aces, kings, queens, and premium hands, I raise to 20, which is fine. It's a strategy. I mean, no, I don't spit on it. It's fine. But it doesn't seem that that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Maybe you want to make it your strategy, which now I just came up with it, and it actually seems pretty good because people don't know who you are. Then I'm gonna say, oh, this guy always raises 20 because it's anonymous. But I want to know the and I want to know the reasoning behind it. It's very funny. On 2 no limit and on 2000 no limit, you can see very similar plays. Check raises, check calls as a float, 3 bets with hands that are weird. But on 2 no limit, people do it because they don't know what they do it, and they seen it somewhere on TV. And on 2000 no limit, they do it for specific reasons. It's the same play. You know what I mean? It's exactly the same play. But one of them have the reasoning behind it, the other one just clicking buttons. And I want you to be the one with the reasoning behind it. Whatever. Nothing you can do in the hand. He can have pocket sixes or king jack. Or he can have queen 9, queen 10, open-ended straight draw, and he would play the hand the same way. I am not sure with king 10 if he's going to be that aggressive, because you're saying here maybe he's going to have king 10. I guess he's leading out the whole way.
Jack might be able to. I could see ace jack.
He's leading for the
I
pot.
don't think he has aces. I think it's a straightforward
Mhm.
call.
You say I don't think he has aces? Yeah, I don't think either. Capped range.
I think I have sixes. I think jacks, kings, relays is pre. I know ace king is hard because he has every blocker to the king. I think realistically, it's a call.
It's again the pot.
Mhm.
So by this point, you should know that you're calling the river. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
called pot flop, pot turn. So if you don't want to call more, just make a decision, bro. On the turn, after he bets $10,
Yeah.
$16,
King,
and you're like,
realistically,
so here he might have ace king that he didn't 3-bet some of the time.
Yeah.
Pocket sixes and king jack. That's all I'm seeing here. Now the other thing, if you want to fold here is fine. If you don't want to fold here, open-ended straight draw that he plays this, that way. But open-ended straight draw generally, I think he's going to be check raising the flop or check call the flop, check raise all in on the turn, something of that nature. Because they want the fold
Yeah.
equity. Here he plays it strong, like I don't want your cards to get there. So that makes me think he has more likely he has king jack and pocket sixes. I think he wins the hand. I don't remember. He had something. Now king jack became less likely.
jack.
So pocket sixes are maybe. Just a quick question: how many combinations of pocket sixes does he have, and how many combos of king jack?
He has, I think, wait, he has 9 combination of sixes, and then king jack, probably 6 combinations of king jack.
Negative ghostwriter. Okay, so combos of 6. I'm just asking you not to make your day worse. I just want to
No.
see if you don't know. Maybe you should look it up, or maybe we should cover it in the future. Sixes are 6 combos, but because we have 1 6 present, we have 3 left.
Oh, yeah.
And kings and jacks, there are 4 kings and 4 jacks in the deck, but because we have 2 jacks present and 2 kings present, there's only 2 kings and 2 jacks, and 2 times 2 is 4. So there's 4 combos of king jack and 3 combos of sixes. I asked you just to see if you know it, not to, make your day worse. But it's an easy call. Here is something you can do. See how you're like thinking, what I'm gonna do. I mean, if you played open-ended straight draw like that, like queen 10, I mean, it's a call, because queen 10, how many combos of queen 10 there are? 4 10s and 3 queens left into the deck. 4 times 3, it's 12.
12.
Again, I don't think he's going to play queen 10 like that, but, so it's fold on the turn is the easiest thing to do. Yeah, that's an easy hand to read. He's going to have tank here, sixes or king jack. And I think that's it. I reviewed until minute 12. That means there's no really anything going on until minute 12. That's it for the video for today. Do you have any questions? I mean, it's fine. We can make like 5 minutes or so.
No, right. I mean, you're gonna upload the video, so I'm probably gonna watch it again. If I have any questions there, I'll surely send you a message.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that was the last part of the students coaching session. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. For any of you that wants to leave a comment with new ideas or questions, please do so. My contacts are down below. I cannot get that in one take. Alright guys, with all that said, that was the Sunday warm-up for this week. See you next week.